And welcome back to Nat19, which has been, as of today, merely made into an excuse to play a bingo variant that is slowly tearing us all apart.
Oh yeah.
My word.
But it's okay, because today I'm going to win the bingo game. Fittingly as the DM, I will be the first victor of the Nat19 bingo.
Not allowed.
Now, I'm just gonna say let's jump straight into it. I'm gonna pick one of y'all to give the recap, as usual. Spencer has twice as many chances to give the recap.
Yes!
Hooray.
Are you ready for that, Spence?
No.
Alright.
But do it anyway.
3.
Not me.
Not you. How do you know?
Because I know.
How do you know the order that they're in?
Am I right?
Are you?
I don't know, am I?
Isn't it just the order that's up on the top? Like
You don't know.
Yeah. Isn't it the same for
You
everybody?
don't know? You don't know? It's Izzy. Izzy, give the recap.
Yeah, for me it's Izzy.
Shit, I was really hoping you were right.
I win! I win! People complain during the recap! I win! I did it!
Give it to him, Izzy!
Yes!
God damn
I knew
it!
exactly which one he was waiting for!
Logan says heckin', Carrie is adorable in chat, people complain about the recap, Spencer complains, someone is not logged into Fantasy Grounds by the time they should be. I win! I fucking win! I knew I would! Alright, everyone put your bingo cards down, there's no need to ever do this again. Izzy,
No,
recap.
No, stop playing! I need to
Oh,
know!
keep playing.
We need to
Anyway.
see. We need to see who wins among the players.
Damn right, you don't count, Logan.
Yeah, you don't count Logan.
Not anymore! I won!
Fuck you.
Dick.
No one counts now!
Suck a dick.
I say we vote Logan out of bingo.
Yeah, he can't play anymore. He's ruining the game.
It's not allowed.
Yeah. It's no longer
Gatekeep
like
Logan
it's
out of
it's not
bingo.
competitive. It's no longer competitive with Logan in here. Let's just go vote him out.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're voting you off the island.
Yeah, 5-inch.
Yeah, man. Anyways, Izzy, 2 minutes or less, what happened last time?
Alright, well, let me, I'll be finally banged Lori, and that was pretty cool. Let's see, went, to hand out badges to the guild, and, went to Miriam first, and they had a talk, and then she went to give Flint,
You got this,
I'm tripping over my own lip. She went to give Flint his, and she tried to get him to stop stealing. Logan went to a bookstore to try and get a replacement for Mary Myth's book, and ended up buying like all of the books. And then Vogan went to Legum to buy some masterwork half plate, and then there was some research involved. I think Flux read some books, and Mary Myth helped with the books. Fenris went on a nature hike of some sort. Lexi and won. Fenris won nature. Lexi gave Quintus the badge, told him that he should give the Avi hers. Quintus talked to Avi about like privilege, or Avi talked to Quintus about privilege as Quintus gave her the badge, and also fucking Scandal is the High Lord.
Perfect.
It'd be Scandal. Scandal.
Scandal is the High Lord.
Technically, Scarlet
There.
Hendrix is the High Lord.
Scarlet Hendrix is the High Lord.
Scarlet
It's
Hendrix.
Ain't no one ever heard a scandal.
No shit.
It's a scandalous thing. It was Scarlet.
Hey.
All along.
Yo, fun fact, people at home. The character graphics that are going to be popping up on screen, such as the Diane one that is currently on screen, I recently redid them to change how I do the drop shadow, because I wanted them to look a bit more organic. But one thing I've also started doing is, unless the character is taller than 8 feet, they're all going to be accurate to each other. So the thing on the side is now all size accurate. So enjoy that.
How tall is Flux?
Flux is quite tall. I think he's 6'5".
Yeah.
Damn.
Couldn't remember if he was like 8 foot something.
8 feet. Oh my god.
But yeah, while I was redoing it, I was just like, that would be a neat touch to add, so, ba-bam, I did. Now, obviously,
Like an
it's going to be the
inspiration for the recap.
we don't do that.
Yeah, he's gonna.
I've done that in so long.
Thanks, Izzy. Thanks, Izzy. Thank you very much, Izzy.
Huh?
Got you. It's not even on my card. I just know it's an option.
Inspiration for doing the recap.
Now
Yes,
all I
thank
need
you
is
very
Logan
much,
to
Izzy.
introduce
You're
an
my
NPC.
favorite.
Oh damn, Logan, I need you
So,
to know that
wait,
you,
is
you winning
introduce,
bingo. Oh,
is introduce, that's like a
It's a
new
new NPC.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I need you to
Fuck.
introduce a new NPC.
Otherwise, the game's gonna open with like, "Hey, Sunder." Hey. All right, I win.
Yeah.
Okay. Heck
Also, Logan,
in.
I need you to know that fucking you winning bingo allowed me to have the space. Logan tricks everyone with minimal effort, so thank you. Like, just-
You know, it's kind of telling that that's actually been filled about 4 times already today.
Ouch.
Yeah, I love you all. I deeply love all of you. I'm glad to see that you all survived.
In no small part to you.
I had thought to leave the city as soon as my business had concluded, but I thought that it would be disingenuous to not come and say goodbye to you all, considering how instrumental you were.
Are you returning to the capital?
I am. Now that I've done what I've done and Tenebros is dealt with, I have no reason not to return to Heaven's Jaw and resume my duties until I'm deployed again.
Sounds dreadfully boring.
I'm sure I'll find something to take me out into the world again soon. I'd like y'all to roll perception checks.
Never.
Just cuz.
Yes, cuz.
Because why not?
Hi-yaw. Hey, that's pretty good.
Oh, a pop off
Henry's
then.
got better.
Whenever it comes to
God
the lady, I get pretty
Same.
good. It's
Um,
always her.
Fenris and Vogan, you guys would be the first to observe this. Before, you had likely not taken it to be anything more than a tattoo, but you notice on her right arm there is a tattoo that rings around her bicep that resembles a kind of tribal-looking dragon that's always been there. You notice, looking at it now, there is a second ring to that tattoo that is running just under it, and one of the tattoos has taken on a very dark red coloration, the one that was there before, and the second one has a black coloration to it.
Oh, that's so cool. I mean, Fen will look pointedly at the tattoo and back up at Cassandra. I'm glad to see that you're doing all right after the conclusion of the battle.
I had
Do
hoped.
something with your tattoo.
This just happened to it. I didn't want... I had really hoped I could settle things with Tenebros without having to turn back. After all, when I came here, I couldn't turn back. And I was worried I'd lose something of myself if I did, so I'm very sorry if my appearance alarmed you all. But with the loss of a weapon that could seal their soul away safely, there's only one other thing that I could do with him. So, he's with me now.
Whoa.
I'm sorry things had to happen that way.
It's fine.
I'm sure I speak for all of us in saying that your sacrifice was greatly appreciated.
The
I
divine,
don't think we would have survived that without you.
the divine essence of Tiamat desperately wants to be put back together. So, to consume the heart of another one of us is effectively the same as killing them. It rips the divine essence out of them and puts it back into the core of the other. I'm not sure what this means for me. But in case you're worried, I don't feel any different. I still feel like myself, for what that's worth.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you know anything about, the presumably other, like, talons?
Mm-mm.
Like, there should be, like, a white one or...
A
blue
white,
one.
blue, and green talon.
Yeah.
The 3 other heads of our mother. A long time ago I knew them. There was a period of time where we worked together to try to get our essence back, once that spear had severed it from Tiamat. But over time we all drifted apart from one another, and achieved individuality. We looked different back then. Our forms changed over time. That's why Tenebros didn't recognize me and why I couldn't go off much except for how he acted. So I wouldn't know them if I saw them, apart from a couple defining characteristics. And I don't know where they are because I had to cut ties with them as part of my deal to escape from Avernus. I'll tell you this, though, in case you ever get involved with them. They're not all in the same parts of our body, but we all have a seal like this one. To my understanding, these were a side effect of their divine essence being separated from us. Effectively, they're like a curse that stops us from being able to divine the position of the other ones. And we all have a similar quality in that our hair, we can change our appearance as much as we want, but we've all had the
Hair stays
same...
the same color.
the same coloration of the color of the head that we were. And she like runs her 2 of her fingers down her hair, running down past her shoulders. For me, my hair is red and fades into being black. For the others, it should be the same. Green to black, white to black. Tenebros was always especially hard to find because he didn't have to deal with that. Black to black is more inconspicuous. The tattoo is on a different part of our body for each of us. Tenebros's was on his neck and face. The others will be somewhere else. The tattoo location may have changed for them, so I couldn't even tell you what to look for, but they're always the same general style. But I don't think that any of you should have to worry about my siblings in the future.
Hopefully
Why
not.
not?
Why not?
Yeah.
You've done a wonderful job, and helping me against Tenebros was unexpected, and you were definitely necessary in it. But I never would ask you to try to take the fight to my siblings. That's a battle that has been going on for as long as this civilization has stood. I fear that you may throw your lives away.
Do you think that they would come after us because we helped you take down the Tenebros?
To my knowledge, my siblings should have absolutely no knowledge of what I'm doing. For all
You
they
think they'd
know,
come out for revenge?
we don't care much for each other. I don't think they'd care. The only thing that may cause them to take action is that the others by now would have realized their own divine essences would have been restored. They may become emboldened by that fact, and since consuming my brother worked, if they realize they could reassemble the divine essences within themselves, then perhaps they will do that. But
So you're the one in the most danger then.
that's correct. Since I have 2 of Tiamat's divine essence cores within me, I'm the one that they would likely come for. But I'm also, in theory, the most powerful of my siblings right now in terms of pure power, as far as that goes. If it comes down to who has the stronger connection to Tiamat, that's me, and hopefully that would be enough. You see her grimace for a second. But that said, when I fought Tenebros, it was clear that he was stronger than I am as a person, so who knows.
if it ever becomes a problem for you, note that you can always ask for help if needed. I'd like to consider what we have done with each other to be fortuitous for both parties. If you ever need the highest standard, we are here.
That's good to know.
In whatever way we can help.
I wanted to stop Tenebros because of all of my siblings. He was the most obvious. He's been rampaging for so long. The others have been more tactful, avoiding the eyes of the gods. They've been quiet. If they start to make noise, I'm going to head out and deal with them as well. But if they stay quiet, I don't imagine I'll ever have any need to.
You're a formidable foe, Cassandra. Allow me to speak for both myself and Vogan in that aspect. I think you can take whatever comes your way.
On that note, Vogan, I trust that you've met our new High Lord.
Yeah, I have.
I had made a deal to support her in trying to take over, which is the condition that I had to agree to for her to fight beside me. So.
I was wondering what that deal was you guys were talking about.
She told me what was happening, and with everything that was happening to all of you, and with High Lord Morian agreeing that it was probably the best way to go, I decided to throw my hat in there. I apologize that we couldn't all be clearer with you.
Secrecy seems to be the name of the game in this city.
Seems to be.
Revealing what any of us were doing may have led to the public not caring much for the politics behind the election. And normally I wouldn't support something like this. But given the options at hand, it seemed like the best thing to do.
They hate politics.
But yeah.
Most of the time. When it was like Reveal City, that was pretty fun to watch. But most of the time it's just frustrating.
I can still just imagine every time someone has to, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
But yeah, this is probably the last time that we may see each other. Unless fate has a different path in store for myself and the highest standard. If you ever find yourself heading towards Heaven's Jaw, if the highest standard ever reaches that point, I will be happy to welcome you to the city, to the capital.
Well, if it is our last, if presumably our last time seeing each other, he'll hold out his hand for like a handshake. It's fun fighting you. Fighting alongside you.
She takes his hand firmly. You got me excited enough that I had to regress back into being what I was. As risky as that is, it was a very good time.
Well, if I knew what I was fighting, it would have got me more excited.
Good luck, Vogan.
Thanks. You too.
She turns, regards the rest of you briefly. As she turns, the cape on her left arm dramatically flutters out into the wind, and she walks off. Alternative scene, she turns around, it just flutters into her face. Fucking anyway. She falls down the stairs, steps away. There goes a royal knight. Yes. May I help you?
We are the highest standard. We're here to peruse your wares, if you would mind.
His eyes lazily drift to the badges that some of you are wearing. There are adventurers now living here in the Platinum District, aren't there? Wonderful. I suppose that means we will finally do some business. He, slowly closes the book over on the table. Is there anything in particular you're looking for? Or would you like to window shop at this, the stupendous, majestic home of reliquaries, magical items, and wonders that will boggle and perplex your minds?
Okay, Snape.
Fen looks like she's hanging on every single word he's saying and getting more excited with each word.
I'm fucking dying, y'all.
They are...
How much for those swords?
The Sunblade costs 3,000 gold.
Ha!
The Sword of Winter costs 5,000 gold.
Done.
You ain't got that, boy! I'm kidding.
But no,
I have Vox Victoria. I don't need any new blades. These are more than enough for me. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
I do have a
have-
really
do you
neat
have-
bow, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that one's got a sun and stuff on it. It kind of feels like it's supposed to be
Yes.
Quintus's sword.
but I do agree with Fenris that, that it should probably go for the ones who are going after the drow, though. So
That's
perhaps
true.
That's something I
perhaps
said,
I
yeah.
buy it. Perhaps I buy it, and Lexi, you use it for now.
But I'm going
Lexi's
with you
going
guys.
you.
I'm not going with the drow.
Right.
I mean, if you don't want
Avi,
me
you
to
use
go,
it for now.
if you don't want me to go with you, I can go with them.
No, you
That's
stay with me.
fine.
I'm just so excited to see a sunblade.
Quintus, you seem a little... You might want to calm down there.
Sorry.
Quintus.
Hands over her handkerchief. The dab forehead.
I did some breathing. I'm good.
Okay.
Quintus, just take it.
Hmm.
It really does seem like it's supposed to be your sword, Quinn.
Oh, it's
You-
so cool.
You rise with the sun. And
Exactly.
that is the sun. It is really bright.
I can't believe that's a consistent thing.
We will just go on. You know, it's Fenris. I'm taking it off your sheet. We've never once in 67 sessions paid attention to it. You're fine. Your race evolved past it. I'm removing sunlight sensitivity from your sheet.
Wow.
It's gone. Congratulations.
That's been a
Oh yeah, that would have really fucked her.
It's
Oh
fine.
my god.
Yes. Oh, she would have been fucked during the tournament. Holy
Oh,
We forgot it out of existence. It's gone.
Uh,
So whenever you take it, Quintus, it's handed off to you. Whenever you take it and you feel it in your hand, there's a brief warmth that comes out of it and enters into your arm as soon as you take it. For a second, you feel like you can almost mentally see the blade, but because you're not attuned to it yet, you can't immediately call upon it. But you have it. Are
You
you
will look to
attuned
it.
to anything?
Nothing. That's why I wanted to come here.
Nothing.
Damn.
That's why I wanted to come here. I
I looked at your stuff and I was like, you only have. It is literally the only item you have to attune to.
I know.
That's amazing.
Wow.
there's a tube there.
There's a thing that says for get it for Avi.
The tube worth 5,000 gold pieces.
Oh.
Tube.
What is this
We all
magical
need this
tube?
tube.
I need the tube.
Just flux in a corner, freaking the fuck out.
A small tube of milky liquid that
know-
smells strongly of alcohol.
You know,
yes.
before Vogan gave me the book, I would have been so on getting those gauntlets.
Oh.
Gauntlets of ogre
Ogre
power.
power.
Yeah.
Sorry, I need to know what this tube does. Why is it so expensive? Tell me about
It's
this tube.
entrancing.
I've committed. I've purchased. I've made my purchases. I
He
did
takes
it.
out a pair of reading glasses, puts them on his face, looks down at it. That is a liquid that is known as a universal solvent. If you pour it on any surface, any adhesive or sticky material that is there will be dissolved.
Oh.
Oh.
This includes some of the greatest adhesives known to man.
We all know the one. Like, yeah. Like, yeah.
What is this bag you see here, or you have here?
That is a bag of tricks. That
sounds
rust-colored bag. You can reach inside of it. He puts his hand over to it, as I would if I wished to, but I will not tamper with it. You could reach inside, pull out an object from within it, throw it with vigor, and it will become a creature. But it will be a random creature.
Oh.
Oh.
Fascinating.
What kind of creature?
A random one.
The ones inside of this. There is a rat, a lion, a mastiff, owl,
Ooh.
goat,
Hee.
bigger goat,
Oh.
giant boar, and a brown bear.
Do they just stay around, or do they go back to the bag, or do they die?
You can command it to do something. You can give up a little bit of your attention to command it to take actions, and then it will do its best. Or you can be like... He raises up a hand and then points melodramatically. Get them! And it will. And it will just follow orders. You can do it 3 times a day.
So we could be fighting people and I could pull out a goat and then the goat's gonna attack people for me?
You could pull it out and then say, "Get 'em, goat." And goat would get 'em.
Oh.
Are they
Can
okay?
you use it only a certain amount of time?
I have no idea if they have a concept of pain or life. I choose not to think about it.
Well, now I'm worried about it.
Perhaps they would not live long enough to comprehend the existential dread that would come from being born in an instant only to die or fade away having accomplished nothing.
The bag doesn't seem as fun anymore.
Except
does
goats.
it ever run out?
Goats don't feel.
What the fuck, Logan?
No, it does not run out. It will empty itself and become useless every day if you use 3. But then it will repopulate itself the next dawn.
I'd just point out that you can have it so it will repeat its message whenever the trigger occurs, and the spell lasts until it is dispelled. So you can put a fence post on a farm and just have it say "bitch" whenever someone walks by.
Bitch!
And it will do that forever, because no farmer will be like, "I'm gonna go hire someone to fix this." They'll just be like, "Whatever." They'll just have this verbally abusive fence post and
Some mage just gets his hand on a farmer's hoe, and they're just uses it as every time they touch the ground with it, it says "bitch." So he's just out there hoeing around, "bitch, bitch, bitch." If I was a wise farmer, I'd buy a different hoe.
I'm just imagining if he drops it, it clangs on the ground. Bitch, 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 bitch,
bitch.
It's just clearly the farmer pissed off a wizard, and his entire tool shed is filled with verbally abusive tools.
Yes.
It's also a ritual spell, so with enough time, if you actually knew the spell, you could be every single possession of this person now will insult them constantly.
Just go into a house and do it so that every door that opens, you just hear a message that some version hotter, colder, very cold. And there's no reason to any of them. Just someone's exploring, it's what? The first magic item shop you guys have ever gotten to go to in Vestige, on episode 67. Let that be a testament to the world.
Wow.
Oof.
We are getting
I've just-
very
It's
close
been
to a
so
good number.
long.
The best part about it, because like there was a part of me that was like, do I want the Sunblade? And then I immediately like killed that part of me. But you know, there was still a like I was looking at like I have a slashing weapon already. It's like, oh, this is radiant.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. It's like, depending on where you are, there's different reverence for it, because Strahd makes you think like the Sunblade, but it's kind of more on a Sunblade
Fun
issue.
fact about the Sunblade, in the DMG, it's less rare than in Strahd.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, Strahd's is also
That it
different.
is.
Like, mechanically it's the same, but there's a bunch of
They're
extra
both
stuff to it.
Sunblades, but Strahd's one is the Sun Sword.
Yeah.
That's why they're
Well,
technically
his
separate.
has like pseudo-sentience and like all sorts of other stuff attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
This one, not so much. This one won't talk to you. This one's just...
This one's a little.
I just like how this one allows me to pull it out, and I don't
Die.
have to also have the drift globe on, but I probably will still have the drift globe on.
Yeah. I need as much light as possible at all times.
I need to surround myself with the sun, please.
would be fun one day.
scared
To
of the dark.
Quintus, I'm trying to do Shadow Blade.
I can't hear you over all this house!
Shadowblade! Sunblade!
Fuck.
Well, one of us is going to have to change.
And it's you. You're the one, because I just did that.
Alright, so that is everything that you lot appear to be interested in.
Did you want the alchemy jug or no?
I can make an alchemy jug.
Okay, then you're good. That's fine. I just wanted to check.
Yeah, I appreciate the thought, though.
I just have an arm full of scrolls holding onto a hilt of the sword, like, I'm good!
I don't know if I want that bag of tricks. I feel really weird about it.
Like in the meta, Carrie, it's really cool. You know it's really cool.
Dude, I know. I'm thinking about it, but I'm like,
Could potentially be useful if you would like it.
Yeah. If
Yeah,
you ever
but I
want,
mean,
if
like-
you ever come across like a school of piranha, you could just force feed.
You
It
could
would work.
feed them one animal, and it would probably fill them.
uh-huh.
Because
Especially a
piranhas are
giant
tiny and easily fed.
Uh-huh.
Entire lion.
But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it, because pulling out a lion in the middle of a fight would be pretty cool.
Alright, you gonna buy the bag of tricks?
That would be
Yee.
pretty sick.
Alright. Miriam,
Yeah.
I'll stick with you, my boy, since you would have actually had a less of a trip to go through. What would you have liked to do? You went and you got wine.
I did. Assuming nothing impedes me, I will get wine. I will go bother Scandal and be like, drink wine with me. And if they do, then my intention is to lead them down to the vault where we had so many shenanigans happen.
Alrighty, I will note that as you go up and as you get the wine, when you try to leave, Jerky tries to follow you.
We will be floating. Are you cool with that?
Jerky stops moving when you stop moving, lets out a little...
I understand. While I'm here, I'm going to try and put his collar on.
Alright. Roll me animal handling.
Uh-oh.
He doesn't like it.
I have to stop being a baby at some point. Come on.
His eyes narrow.
Oh, what are you going to do?
He said before being mauled by a fucking tiger.
What you gonna do? Maul me?
What are you gonna do?
My muscles may be porged, but I can still take you. All right, come on.
Why is this breaking me? You threatening Jerky is just the weirdest thing to me. Alright. You take him. He goes down with you. Returning to the throne room. When you enter, you see that they are not presently in the stone room, but as they hear you enter, you do, as you enter, you do hear coming out from one of the side rooms on the throne room, a faint but relatively excited, "Over here, assuming you're one of them coming back."
Yeah, it's me. I have a cat. It's not going to be the best one, I'm going to be honest. We bought it in bulk, but it's as far as it goes. You know, I've had worse.
I'm not particularly. finicky about wine. Although I suppose if I'm going to keep this persona going, I'm going to have to find some layers to that.
Oh, you're in a place where there's plenty to try at the very least.
Come, sit down.
I'll have a seat.
So do you just want to spend time with me today, or do you have some other motive in mind?
I usually have another motive in mind, but you expressed interest at seeing the vault downstairs, and I figured that wouldn't be a bad place to drink.
I absolutely would. We knew there was one. We knew that we could get down there. But there was always a very big door that none of us could figure out how to open in our way. Part of the reason why we were supposed to stay with Murkwire and why Morian wanted me to watch him was because there was a chance he had a way to bypass those doors. But unfortunately, it got destroyed whenever we were all in the vault below the city.
It was Aviana or me, from the sounds of things.
I'm referring to whatever that charm was that Murkwire had found.
The one that let you guys pass in the original vault.
I'm not sure where he got that. I know that my mother was involved, but I don't know where it came from. But I digress. You seem to be able to open up the doors just by being around them.
Mysterious, right?
Very. How did that happen?
I don't know the specifics, but I am Baby Vestius is the most confusing short answer I could give you.
Would you like to head down now, or would you like to drink for a bit?
Why not both at the same time? I think there's something fun in there that you'll like.
She takes the bottle, she puts her hand out and just materializes a wine glass in it.
I don't know if you've seen them. Given your time here, I assume you might have.
We had never thought to try to see if there was anything hidden here. It wasn't at least on our list of things to look into at the time. We thought we'd have a lot longer to look into these. How did you reveal them?
When I first stripped down, a friend of ours has a trinket of theirs that anything the light it produces, touches, reveals itself, invisible or otherwise.
So then it's hidden by magic, or it's invisible naturally. In which case, I'll either have to prepare some magic that lets me see through that, or I'll need to get your friend's lantern. Either way. So it describes the original use of this place?
To some degree, we didn't have time to really sink our teeth into it, but it's mostly about the construction and use. There is just running one of my freehands along the wall. There is hours and hours of text that I couldn't even begin to understand at this point.
So what is the story to this place?
It looks like it was built as a weapon to kill gods, or at least that was its original intention, and then it was co-opted to silence anything that might become too much of a threat to the gods that exist, or the Eidolons.
We knew from some things that we found that the city that once stood here was involved in a very large war among the gods, but most history is lost from beyond that point. The person who was fighting, the person this was used on, they interest me. Whenever you were all fighting, that same figure who had appeared when we were in the vault appeared. That woman with the rainbow hair, the pale skin, and the markings that resembled a Nephilim.
I'd say speak to Fenris about it, but I'm afraid she probably doesn't know much more than you do.
Does she appear often?
Fenris seems to have a strong connection to them. I don't believe you're present for it, but around the end of the fight, they seemed to give them some aid while we were dealing with Tenebros.
I was there. I was just taking care of some other things, waiting to see if you would truly need me. If things hadn't gone well, then I planned to switch places with High Lord Morian. Or, worst case, let him out and take his place. That way he could try to assist you with all the might of what he really is. I
Bit of a grisly fate, though, being a crystal statue.
I know you may not necessarily believe me. But I would go to very great extents for this city.
I do my best not to judge, so I believe you.
And High Lord Morian is someone who gives a lot of people second chances at life. He steered me towards being something a bit bigger than I am, and has provided me with a lot of fun, so if that's the way that I ended up repaying him, then that would have been fine by me.
I get the feeling. Honestly, I might do something stupid later.
So then it was here. I assume there was something bigger.
Yeah, it's, a lot and not a lot, all at once. Really simple.
Where do you think it went?
Another plane, maybe? Oh, that seems too easy. And, honestly, I don't know if you could do that from in here.
It might have some mechanism to move to the ethereal plane. But you're right, if the gods made this place, that seems a bit too simple. So the thing that was here, I imagine it was the actual core, the battery of the ritual. So this place is basically useless unless it has something to create that same effect. What was inside of it?
A woman of some sort. Mistra is the name we got. Seems like a god of a long lost age. Or at least the remnants of one.
I would have loved to get my hands on that.
Flung Quintus out of this whole space.
I would have done the same. I get that. Well, it seems that the main source of information here is finding out what's written on the walls. To think that there was an age where such weapons were constructed. Something like that would never happen nowadays. The world's not unified enough, and its hatred of magic prevents that kind of thing from being constructed. What kind of war must it have been to require weapons like this?
Given the nature of history, at least as far as humans go, we have a habit of building ourselves up to a point, and then one too many mistakes, and we end up right back where we are.
Would you like to hear a story, Mariam?
Would I like to hear a story?
Something
I'll
I don't
float
share
over
with
in their
many.
direction.
As you do, you see them like materialize their broom. It just seems to like kind of appear around them, and they sit back on it and cross their legs in the middle of the air. My sorceress abilities were something I didn't come to until I was, well, younger, certainly, than I am now. A bit before the age when I learned to take human form. I know I was out in the middle of the ocean, don't know how I got there. I know I was drowning. But the first thing that I can remember is the cold of the middle of the sea, and then something under the waves reaching out to me. Something massive. An embodiment of a storm is how I remember it. It's like a mountainous corpse under the water that felt me come close. I don't remember what happened with it, but I remember being overwhelmed, and I remember it either awakening a spark in me or implanting a spark in me. But ever since then, I've felt like there's been a fragment of a storm. Like I'm connected to the forces of lightning, placed inside of me. And that was almost certainly the source of my aptitude as a sorceress when I washed up. I remember a voice in my head, telling me that one day I would be needed for something, and that I was to be the eyes and ears of whatever was below the waves. That I was to enjoy myself and grow. Ever since, as I've lived, I've been a little bit obsessed with it, thinking that there's something out there under the waves, waiting, watching, that has that kind of power. Reminds me that the world can be very mysterious, and there's things that nobody understands, and it makes me hate anything normal that I see. Nothing's ever gonna really match up to that. And now I've found myself here, surrounded by the remnants of an ancient war between gods, and I feel like I'm closer than I've ever been to finding out exactly what it was that pulled me up from the ocean. I have a feeling that you have similar feelings about this, right? You've struck me as somebody interested in the old.
I have a uncanny fascination with the extraordinary. I find we're often surrounded by it. We just don't seem to notice unless we look in the right places.
This city's a good example. Just look at the Merchant Lords and the current High Lord. A more fantastic council of misfits and shape changers you're not going to find anywhere else. What are your plans, then? I want to look into this. I want to wait until the day comes when that living storm reaches out to me again. But what are you going to do?
I'm not sure once we get Quinn home. That's something I promised I would do, and I intend to finish that. Beyond that, I want to see things that the world has to offer. The Skywall is going to be a fun trip, assuming we get that far. But there's many things lost in those mountains, so that'll be the first place I start looking.
I suppose I must admit that there is something about you that I find particularly interesting.
Any idea what that might be?
You're as hopelessly lost to the world as I am. From what I've gathered, it seems like we're kindred spirits in not quite knowing where we come from. Or maybe it's just that I like somebody who likes to explore the unknown with no real regard for their own safety. Scandal floats closer to you.
Take a big drink. Didn't think you'd read me so well.
I've never been terribly interested in anybody. Not in any way other than messing with them or exploiting them or pushing them to let me a bit more in so that I could find out what exactly they were about. But you are certainly getting closer than I think anybody has.
Don't encourage me, I might get excited.
Unlock a few more ancient vaults and find some more God-hidden secrets, and maybe we can talk more about it.
Do we have to talk about it, or can we do other things about it?
Depends on what you find. At this point, she's floating not awkwardly close, because the tone of it is definitely not something that either of you would find uninviting, but she is aggressively close to you, almost pressed up against you in the middle of the air, and then as she says that, just kind of pulls her head back and floats away from you. Her broom disappears, and she just begins once again moving about the weightlessness of the room. I'm very jealous of your robot.
A Flux?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Because he came back with something in his head.
Yeah, he mentioned contacting Mistra while they were present, and he has some fragment of them inside him now. I get that.
Is that what let him do that large silver flame attack that he did?
Yes. I can only assume. I've never seen him do it otherwise.
That felt divine. Whatever it was like pure concentrated magical energy in the shape of flames. Far more pure than anything I can do. I'm so jealous of him. Well, thank you for showing me this.
Been fun. It's a good place to drink, and it's a nice spot to have some good company in. And I think if you ever needed privacy, this is probably one of the most, desolate's the wrong word, but quiet places in the castle.
There's a whole complex down here, you're right. If I was ever going to adopt a workshop to do my magic in, this is certainly the place to do it. You're gonna make me dangerous.
I'm gonna make you dangerous. I think you already are.
That depends on what face I'm wearing at any given time. Scarlet has very little interest in this place. But Scandal... she's very interested.
Would you like to see something fun?
Absolutely.
I start floating towards the exit, and if I get near Jerky, I'll push them in the general direction as well.
Jerky, you kind of grab him and push him off towards it, realign him with the ground. He comes into the bridge and slides in pouncing position onto the ground, and then slowly just stands up and backs up out of the sphere, growling at the center of it as he does.
Oh, it's okay, buddy. As Scandal catches up, I will cast Wish.
Whoa! Okay. What are we doing here?
I wish that Quintus Valorbilt's father, Lucent Valorbilt, is found alive and well in his bed at dawn tomorrow morning.
What?
Oh, goodness me. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
So, as you do this, once again, the room kind of lights up. It seems like the sphere reacts with it, and little ripples of magical energy begin pulsing along the walls as Scandal looks around. Tiny motes of energy that resemble starlight begin floating in and around the space, eventually coalescing down in front of you. You reach out, grasp this collection of them in your palm, and then there's a large flash as, once again, the seams of the universe untangle and open up to you, and then rewrite and reconstruct themselves as you see fit. We need to do that roll. We need to find out if you're going to be able to cast Wish again.
33 or lower, and I never cast the spell again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I can never cast Wish again.
Oh my god.
So
I'll take off my final use of it, so it's no longer on my sheet.
as you do, you feel your body gets racked with pain as when you use it, the understanding that the spell temporarily grants you of the universe around you seems to fade away. As it does, it's like that part of your mind gets locked off, the spell's burned out of it. You briefly see an image of an endless expanse, of a full moon within it, with you close to it, glowing brightly, and as you do, you see it quickly eclipse and disappear, and you become aware that this power has been lost to you irrevocably.
Single tear goes down Miriam's face, and a mix of the strain that his body takes from that.
Alright, as you do, you see Scandal getting pretty enamored by that when it happens. She like floats over to you. You see her eyes, which when she's in this form, her eyes are like the irises or the pupils are that of a normal human. You see them immediately like slit like a fox's as she flies over to you. Alright. What exactly did you do?
When we were down here, I had to play a game with, I say had to. Well, I had to. I had a choice, but I had no choice. I'm sure you understand. The Guardian of the Vault, an aspect of Vestius, offered us a chance to play with a very magical deck, and it gave me the ability to cast the Wish spell. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of it.
I'm
sure you have.
Heard of it.
And I used it once yesterday before we fought Tenebra. Or was that yesterday? That must have been. Yeah, I guess it was. Jeez.
Time is soup.
Time is soup. And once again now, and unfortunately, I think that's going to be the last time I ever use it.
So you had the power to change anything in the universe that you wished to, and you decided to use it to revive a human?
You saved my life.
You are a very, very interesting person. Miriam?
Yeah?
She gets very close to you.
Are your friends expecting you back anytime soon?
Oh. I imagine they won't panic if I take a while.
How would you like to stay with me for a while?
Sounds good. I
It
can't say I'll be...
It rather looks to me like that spell has a really negative effect on the body of the person who uses it.
Yeah, it does. It's not great. I'm gonna say rubbing one of his arms.
She puts her hand on your chest, pushes into you.
I would love to thoroughly investigate exactly how much of an extent that effect has on you.
Well, if you're looking for a place to examine me, I'll just look back to the vault. Seems like an interesting place to do it.
So, Miriam.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming this continues, because I never thought the stars would align in quite this way, but my god, did you just hit some buttons I didn't realize, Scandal Head.
No, he's about to do that, bitch.
Hey.
Assuming Miriam is into the whole situation, would you like to engage in the time-honored tradition?
Miriam is extremely into the situation.
And be my guest.
This is the man who melts ice. The woman want him, the men want him, the roller,
oh,
the
yeah.
wearing kids stealing, wheeling and dealing, limousine riding, jet
You-
flying, son of a gun, Mary.
This is a person who has absolutely no romantic or sexual interest in anything except for maybe magic, and you brought them to the most amazing place and cast the best spell and talked about a variety of things. This is very much like, yep, nope, that's... Good job. I can roll me a constitution-based performance check.
Hey, Scott, don't fail me now.
You want an inspiration? Oh! Damn it, you rolled and I was gonna be like, take my sexpiration, Miriam!
Does anybody want to give Miriam
There's
inspiration?
still time. There's
I
still
would like
time.
to give him one of my inspiration!
You can only do one. You can only do one. Only one person.
I
I feel like I owe
volunteered
him.
No. Let me.
Oh, okay.
I volunteer as tribute.
Take my inspiration, I've ticked it off. It is all yours, Miriam.
Roll again. That's way better.
Much better.
Oh, shit,
Absolutely
yes.
better.
Get her.
So, Miriam.
Hmm?
She nat 20'd, so have fun with that.
Oh.
The lady's at 20ing these heckin'
Miriam
rolls.
is just
Everyone
the
nat
luckiest
20s
son of
when
a
they sleep with
bitch.
me.
It's true!
Oh my god.
He brings
Miriam
out the
just
best
sort of
in
brings that
everybody.
out in people.
Yeah,
You know what? I give them a
Candle
bardic inspiration. Yeah.
Quick.
You did? What are your bardic inspiration? Is it D8s or D10s?
D8.
Whatow!
Do it, get her.
It's a 2.
Hey.
Hey.
So, assuming that's your night.
Yes.
That was very hot. And that's
My
all I'm gonna
God.
say.
Oh yeah, oh my god.
Like, damn.
Goddamn.
Can't believe
Look at you go,
Miriam
boy.
took away. I can't believe Miriam took away my future as the head of the family. What the fuck?
That's so rude.
I couldn't even let that stew. I'm kidding.
Man, the land away is gonna... They're gonna have a day tomorrow. Being like, hey, whoever's out there, I'll be with you in just a second. Heckin' Omar, I'm heading out front. You need anything?
Oh no, man, I'm good. Don't worry about it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. You help yourself to whatever you guys see Briar, heckin' kind of hood up, very glazed over look in his eyes, stumble out from behind the a room in the back. Okay, on to you guys!
Hi, Brian.
Oh, how you doing?
Pretty good. Did you just say Omar's back there?
Yeah, is Omar here?
Yeah, he's hanging.
I'm gonna go say hi.
It is
I shall
Thursday.
accompany you.
Omar, it's the dudes that you fought the big
Oh, man.
bird with.
Hey.
The big.
Hey,
Hi, Omar.
you gonna walk out. Hey, what's up? I didn't expect to see you guys so soon.
You smell weird.
Doing
Where's
it?
my invite, Omar?
Omar, at
What?
Asmodeus' lettuce.
What is that?
Fenris is just gonna pinch her nose.
It's good to
What?
see you again.
Oh yeah, Robo Buddy. Hey, how's it going?
I am
What do you-
doing well. May I wish to try something out. May I call you Bromar?
I would like nothing.
You're related to a robot.
We were actually gonna come find you, so this works out.
Oh, okay, cool.
2 things. I know you're partying, so I'll make it brief. How's your friend?
She's doing good, actually. she still needs some sleep, and it'll be a while before we're back to whooping each other's butts. But it's she's going good.
I'm glad. Happy that worked out for you. Second thing. How do you feel about maybe hunting down those drow with us?
It would be great to have some assistance.
We're heading off.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys need my help, I'm happy to give it.
I mean, we teamed up just fine before.
If you guys are gonna head out to hunt down some drow, it sounds to me like you guys are gonna need some supplies.
That's why we're
We
here.
certainly are.
Exactly what we wanted to hear.
But where can you get supplies to help you hunt drow?
Who could
This batch seems to be particularly potent.
Do you
Can I
have
get them here?
supplies?
I've only got
Only there was a place.
I've only got potions.
Did those
Hold on!
perhaps get
Wait! Yes! Here! His arms are just like out to the room, just like up in like, praise the sun pose. I forgot! My stuff's used for more than recreational purposes! Yes, absolutely! We got stuff restocked if you guys want to take a look around.
Yes.
Okay.
That would be ideal. Hey, Briar,
Yeah.
you got anything to help counteract poisons or anything?
Well, once it's in your system, it can be hard to get it out, but I got stuff that would help you to prevent it. Sometimes I take some of it myself if I'm trying out any new potion combinations that may or may not be too potent. Take those. They'll prime your system against any kind of poisons or toxins that might come into it for like about an hour.
Oh, I'm gonna buy
Thing of
this.
love? What is this?
Oh
I'm gonna buy
yeah,
this.
we got some of the stuff back in, and I put in a request with the new High Lord to see what kind of stuff they'd let me sell now that things passed. They actually let me have a lot more than before, and they insisted that I bring these things. Like you see, two vaguely heart-shaped vials. They said that like these were being held for a while in the treasury, and they apparently they super insisted they get shipped out here to be sold.
What did they do?
These? Well, you drink it, and after you drink it, the first person that you see, you just kind of get really, you like them a lot. You get really enamored with them as long as, you normally would, physically. They're good for, couples and such.
Looking at him confused, like.
I'm sorry, what?
You drink it. You drink it, and then you look at someone you'd normally kind of like, and then you really like them.
We use those against the drow. Thinking about it, we could weaponize those somehow.
Yeah, it feels like a weapon. It feels really gross. It feels like a weapon.
As long as you ask
Exactly.
them if they're cool with it first.
There's the caveat.
Consent.
Also, I don't.
Make sure to
Very
get consent before you refuse
Affirmative
somebody.
consent is very important to Briar's Potion Shop.
Can
Briar, can I buy this potion?
Vogan, would you like to buy anything?
Yes.
What would you like to buy?
Potions.
All right, what potion?
Of what?
All of them.
Oh, I see.
Every potion.
I'd like to take your entire stock.
Of
You don't have that kind of money.
Can't handle my potions, traveler.
You think you can handle my potions? Okay, well, wait 1 second. Take it in the. Here, I want you to have these.
Oh.
And he just gives you 2 of the potions of superior healing.
Hey!
Oh.
Just mark them on your sheet.
Oh, okay. I don't have my sheet.
boy.
It's on the other me.
Oh, I'll do it. I do not know what I would do with myself if you died. So, here you
Keep
go.
them alive.
Stay alive. Don't die.
I won't. I swear.
I would give you more, but that would ruin me.
I'll come back and buy some more to pay you for it.
Well, you better. You're not getting anything for free.
Oh, I know.
I don't know you.
I've partied
Wow, I
in his
have a-
basement. He knows me.
I'll
I'll have to come by and take part next time.
You know how to
Sure
find the
will.
place? Wait.
Who are you speaking to?
Oh,
Yeah, you're here, aren't you?
Yeah. Hi, Briar.
Hey, can I help you?
What are you buying?
What are you
Probably go. Yeah.
You just reset him.
I'll see you boys later. Invite me to the next party, yeah?
You got it.
I'll see you later.
Oh, it's your place. I shouldn't invite people for you.
You did last time, so.
Oh yeah, that's right. Anyway, see ya.
Bye.
We will
Bye.
see you later, Lord Bromar.
Yes. Have an
Be sure to
excellent
do the-
evening, Lord Bromar.
Be sure to do the paperwork.
To Legums to continue her shopping spree.
My goodness. Things have certainly changed.
I'll grab Lexi and just kind of stop her a little bit.
I'm trying to go to Legums, Abby.
No, I know. I'm just two things. Two very quick things.
Am I in trouble? What did I do?
So much trouble.
Oh,
Biggest
what did
trouble.
I do?
You're trying to buy things for yourself at Legums, right?
Yeah, I want to get bolts so that I can hurt things better.
Well, I should be getting my payment from Lilywin fairly soon before we go. So if you'll let me, I was thinking we could go to Legums together and I could get the bolts for you.
Abby, that's really nice. Why would you do that for me?
The whole dagger thing's still on my mind. And plus I want you to be safe.
Well, I mean, you gave me a ring in exchange for the dagger, so it's okay.
Yeah, but the ring isn't gonna protect you, and
But look how shiny.
it's very shiny.
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to be safe.
Okay, if you really want to.
And
I
one other
don't have as much money as you guys because I didn't make any deals and I didn't stay in the tournament as long. So I would really appreciate it.
Yeah, hold on to your money. I will happily pay for as many bolts as you need.
Thank
And-
you.
Yeah,
Really nice.
I'll ruffle her hair.
Yeah.
And later, once we get back, before I head off for the night probably, whenever Roar gets back, I'd like to snag you. We have something for you.
Is it a good thing?
Yes, it's a good thing.
Okay.
No, I'm
then,
going to
then I
have
will go.
I'm going to have him arrest you.
For being a Consadria? Abby,
No.
you can't tell him. It's really important that you don't tell him. It's a secret.
No.
You can't arrest
I'm
me.
really bad at telling
I'm
people
gonna
myself.
hug Lexi. No.
I've become aware that Lexi is crying. Is everything okay here?
No, Emma's T-pose is over.
I
No,
really
no,
don't want
no.
any
She
trouble.
does the
but I
most
just
Abby's
know
Abby's
this.
thinking about telling Rory I'm a Consadria so that he arrests me.
I didn't say that at all, Lexi.
Fenris is just gonna look between the two, open her mouth, close it, and then just pat Lexi on the head. I'm sure it was a joke. Don't sweat it.
I would never, if you don't want me to tell him, I won't. I was joking about having him arrest you.
Okay.
That is a poor joke.
I've
to
become
make
aware that Lexi was crying. Was that funny?
Big joke.
I just have something for Lexi from the two of us, and oh God, okay. It's more from me, but I'm
Yes.
making him get in on this.
Oh. All right. Well, we won't pry.
Okay, as long as it's a good thing, then yes, I would be happy to hang out with you and Rory.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna let go of Lexi and just like walk off. This is what I try. This is what I get for trying to be nice to you assholes. Okay.
Double
To
thumbs up that.
Legums!
I have become aware that Lexi was crying. Would you like to buy a potion?
Lexi.
Mhm.
I feel like you're the only person who's concerned about Vogan going off by himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going by himself. He's going.
I've got
Okay.
so
Don't
many
you
fucking
that shit!
No bone scandal.
Will do.
You Miriam, continue having sex with my sister.
So
Logan, where you going?
I'm going to find Lyra.
By yourself?
No, I've got Sunder with me.
We've been over this. He's gonna do exactly
not
what you
count as
ask
a
him
person?
to do. We talked about this.
Wow.
I am
He's
with,
gonna
So
do exactly what you
rude.
ask him to do.
But
So
I'm-
you're still gonna do reckless
but I am-
things, Sander.
yeah.
If Vogan asks you to do something, are you gonna automatically do it because Vogan's asking you to do it?
Depends on what it is.
You see, he's
Vogan-
got a free will.
If Vogan gets himself into danger and wants to do something stupid, are you gonna go along with it?
If he gets himself into danger, I'm gonna get him out of it, 'cause I need him to survive and come with me. But if he needs my help with something and it seems reasonable, then I'm here to help.
I just want to make sure that he's safe. Smiling at him. Okay, that's good. It's good to know that you're not just gonna do exactly what Vogan tells you to do.
Yeah, see, he should be fine.
Yeah,
I'm still coming with you.
okay.
All right.
You see that the crowd is pretty enamored with her, which is fairly usual for Lyra whenever you're around. People are dancing, having a good time, drinking. She acknowledges you. She looks over at you, gives a nod as you come in.
I'll like raise my hand, like get her, sort of wave at her. I guess
Same.
sit down at a table and wait for her to
Alright.
be free.
You guys spend the better part of like a half an hour listening to her entertain the crowd, playing very Celtic-sounding violin music that causes everybody to have a pretty good time, yourself included. Eventually, she stops. She goes over to you guys, rests her violin down against the side of the table, sits down with you.
I was wondering when you were gonna come and try to find me. Considering everything that happened, keeping me waiting for, what, a day and a half? That's a bit rude.
Well,
Sorry about that.
We had faith
Been,
that you were
a
okay.
little busy.
You're strong and wonderful.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Quite strong. Quite wonderful.
Certainly, What can I do you for?
Well, I was wondering if you were available for to help us out with a certain mission of ours.
Oh?
Yeah, we our group is splitting up to work on two different things. One group is going after some drow that stole something from Aviana, and we're going to help my master in a graveyard.
All
There's
right.
apparently going to be some danger, and the healers went with the other group. I was wondering if you would be interested in coming with us.
Right. Well, I suppose I am part of your guild, but if you want me to come, I'm afraid you're gonna have to sweeten the pot a bit for me. What's in it for me?
What
What
if
can
we
I-
give you this very nice badge?
Are you...
She
is
was
that...
gonna get that anyway.
She reaches up and she turns part of her shirt, just beside one of her boobs. She turns it inside out, and you see that she already has one.
Ah,
Hey.
dang.
Okay, fine, be Vogan.
I'm fairly easy to find. When they delivered them, they just brought mine straight to me. I'm entirely aware of what these are. And I know
Yeah,
that I
but
deserve
talk
one
about
as much as
anything
any of you.
No,
It's
you
true.
definitely do.
Well, what do you want?
Well, what kind of trip are we talking about?
About 4 days there, 4 days back.
All right. I'll help you on the following conditions. 1, I want 200 gold.
No dice!
Okay.
Sorry.
Second,
Go on.
my experience with you is that you all have a habit of finding yourself in places where old items of interest have ended up being. So, if we manage to find any particular magical items, valuable objects, ancient reliquaries, that sort of thing, I want first shot at saying any one thing that I want from among them.
Sure.
Would that be okay? Okay, he says it's okay. He says it's okay.
All right?
There's one item that I will. That is going to be very important. I
So-
would like you to not grab that one.
Something you're
Any
going
other
there
item, though.
specifically for?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what it is exactly yet, but it is going to be an item of.
At this point, a bartender, a barmaid, brings over a drink and just puts it beside her without her having actually asked for it at this point. When she does, she they share a
Chill,
very
place
brief.
fine.
There's share a very brief smile between the two of them. The barmaid kind of briefly tries to tell her that she enjoyed her performance. Seems a bit skittish. Lyra exchanges pleasantries for a second with her.
I'll be getting back up there in a moment.
The barmaid then heads back off. Lyra takes a mug that was put in front of her, takes a very long drink from it, puts it down, slams it down on the table, lets it
All right, if there's one thing there that you want that you don't want me to touch, then 250 gold and I get my choice of anything else that's there.
Sounds fair to me.
Then I'm absolutely on board. Probably should tell you.
Mm-hmm.
That puts us about a week out? Well, a while. I don't plan to stay here. I'm going to go back to what I was doing before. Specifically, wandering around accumulating stories, spreading my own stories. I deeply hope it won't be the end of our relationship, the highest standard in mind. But I'm going to be going back to wandering the countryside again after this. So you're not going to be able to call on me again in the near future. However, if you ever find a way to call me or we end up crossing paths again, then I would be more than happy to help all of you. It's been a very positive experience. And since I'm sure Quintus would bring it up if he was here, no matter where I go, I will be a part of the highest standard. And I will spread the good word of what we've done. Well, I'll be here until you come and get me. I'll make sure I'm here around the same time every night. If you want me to come meet you at a certain time, I can.
We won't be leaving for a couple days, so
We still have some things to do.
All right.
we'll come and grab you when we need you.
I look forward to it. Adventuring with a lot of you is always exciting.
And it's good for stories.
Very good for stories.
I have a feeling this particular one's gonna be pretty good.
For the sake of, some stuff taking a bit, we're gonna end there for today.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Audie, test your love and appreciate.